How to find a new job. How to find a new job. Hello, y'all. I'm Dianna Brianne. I don't give advice, suggestions, information, recommendations. I just share with you my perspective on different topics, as is with this one. I hope you like, share, subscribe. Links are pinned to the top of the comment section below. Well, in my life, I've started a lot of new jobs, and especially early on. When I was in my 20s, it seems like, I did have one job I stayed on for about 8 years, and I loved that job. I had another job I would have probably stayed on forever, but I met my husband, and away I went. But I had jobs in between. Some I loved, and some were okay, some were mediocre, and a couple I didn't like at all. But there were several that I absolutely loved. So I know the difference between a job that I love and a job that I don't like. And there's a wide range in between. And so since we spend so much time on a job, I think it's important to enjoy our job. Sometimes it's up to us to create that enjoyment right where we're at with the job that we have. Other times we have to work around that job, and it's more difficult. And some jobs we can't change, and we're never going to like it no matter what kind of attitude we develop with that job. And so I've had all kinds of jobs, like I said, and so I've learned to navigate. And sometimes we just grow out of a job. We're ready for a change. It's nothing wrong with the job. I believe that, first of all, when we're leaving one job, it's important to leave on a good note, if at all possible, not just for references, but also to preserve the memories and the time that we had there. And so I believe in leaving on a good note. I believe in giving, a time frame of when we're going to leave and move on, and leave very positive, if at all possible. I also believe that when we go to look for a new job, it's usually best not to just suddenly, abruptly quit one job, and when we don't have another job in place. And I believe for me personally, I always wanted to have another job in place before I quit one job and gave notice to that job that I was going to quit. And, and when you put in applications, I believe in putting in applications for jobs that I truly want, not kind of moving sideways from one job I don't like to another job I don't like, but truly putting a lot of thought into the kind of job that I want. And if I'm not qualified for it, then I go back to school so that I will be qualified for that job. And so for me, I believe that, if I have the right skills and I'm ready to go and I'm ready to start that new job, then I begin the application process. Nowadays, it's done online. In my days, when I was working full time, it was usually done. You had to go to the place, wherever the place was, put in that application. Now, most jobs are done online, it seems. And so, I believe it's a numbers game. But the numbers game, I want to stack it in the favor of getting a job that I want, not another job that I don't want, or a job that is better than the one I already have. And better in the sense, maybe it accommodates my schedule better. Maybe it has better work hours. Maybe it has better benefits. Maybe it has a better work environment. Maybe it's better all the way around. Whatever the situation is, I believe in leaving one job on a good note and going with a positive attitude, knowing that I'm stepping into a new environment in that new job, and that I don't know it yet. I don't know the personalities. I don't know the dynamics. I don't know everything until I will be there for a while. And even then, I'll continue to learn. So remember, when we're stepping into a new situation, we're stepping in with new personalities, new rules, new guidelines, new everything. And so it can be an exciting process, and yet it can be a big learning curve. And I've learned to not sweat the learning curve. I realize that there's going to be a learning curve there. And gradually I'll get to know that job. And hopefully I will love that job. And yet, like I said, I believe it's a numbers game. The more applications we put in, the more likely we're going to get called. Putting one application in runs the risk that we may or may not get called from that one application. The more of the applications that we put in towards where we want to go, towards, the kind of jobs that we want, the more likely we are going to get called and go for an interview. And I believe in being prepared for the interview. I believe in always keeping a calling card with me, always going in with a smile. I'm never nervous when I go for a job interview. I'm just myself. I mean, I'm not so laid back, You want to be professional, and yet you want to be comfortable. And so I believe that I've done really well on job interviews. And so I think keep a positive attitude. There's times to make job changes. There's times to stay put. Sometimes we have a job that we just need to tweak and work with, and maybe even change our own attitude and how we perceive that job. Other jobs, we need to leave and maybe move on to a new job. Either way, I believe in leaving one job on a good note and starting another job on a good note. From my house to yours, may God bless you. I hope you like, share, subscribe, and I hope to talk to you soon again. So from my house to yours, I hope to talk to you then. Bye-bye.